Welcome to After the Final Bell, a podcast about what happens when an adrenaline-fueled career comes to an end and real life begins. Hosted by UFC striking coach Mike Gonzalez and YouTube bounty hunter Trevor O'Connor.
It's not just about fights anymore. It's about what happens when the gloves come off.
And the real adventure begins.
Join Mike and Trevor as they chat about the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Life after the final bell isn't always easy, but it's always interesting. This is After the Final Bell.
Introduce us.
Me?
Yeah, don't you remember?
Oh, God.
Just do what I do.
Oh, gosh. All right, here we go.
You ready?
Wait, no.
That's your camera right there.
Hey, guys. I can't do it, see?
What's up, guys? My name is Trevor O'Connor. Sitting across from me, just like the other 16 times, Mike Gonzalez. What's going on, Mike?
Nothing. What's going on?
Everything is good in the hood. Welcome to After the Final Bell, a podcast about life after an adrenaline-fueled career has ended.
That's right. That is right.
Do we have a funeral for it, or
Sometimes I feel like it. Like, what's next?
was it right hand or is it left? Which I don't know which one's the right saluting
I
hand.
think it's right. I don't know. But, man, today started out good.
Yeah. This morning.
This morning started out great. Got some
Yep,
good
yep.
news.
Good. What news?
So it's always been a goal of mine to coach two fighters on the same card in UFC.
Oh, you got it
So somebody's gonna be on another card on the first.
on March.
Yeah. So that's
Somebody
pretty
that we know.
Yeah, that's somebody that we know.
Somebody that I'm thinking it is.
Probably.
They just haven't announced it
He
yet.
just got the phone call yesterday. So
And Otto, yes.
Otto, yes, yeah. They got confirmation. They supposedly got confirmation from the other side too. So I guess just waiting.
They just haven't put it up.
Yeah. So just waiting on that,
So
which is good.
2 fighters, 1 card.
That's a goal. That's always been a goal.
Well, it's nice too because 2 camps at the same time.
Yeah.
It's not like go JJ all the way through camp in March, get home,
Yeah.
and you're middle of camp for
we
the
could-
next. Yeah.
Now we could actually do vacation.
No,
You know what I mean?
No.
No, you don't do vacations.
you don't.
But
Where are we going?
I don't know. Somewhere. We should go on the road and do a podcast on the road.
We can.
Yeah, that'd be
I
cool.
can pack.
See,
All this
pack
stuff
it.
can go into a box.
So that
Hey Miller, we're gonna need a travel box. We need a harmony case with a lot of the foam that we can cut to fit
nice and tight.
because we can't have anything breaking.
No.
It's not in the budget.
No. But then we're driving to the gym and I take my truck. JJ takes the car because I had to come film and she has to go to the chiropractor.
Mhm.
So we leave. So we take the back way because the highway was screwed up because of the snow.
It's snowing here. It's
Yeah.
cold.
And I'm driving
Mm-hmm.
down Havana,
Okay.
and this guy
Havana, if you guys want to know, is
in Aurora.
it's another country
Yeah.
in Colorado.
Free
It's-
for all. Free for all.
It doesn't even. I mean, it's so far from here.
So the dude slides out just slightly from the stop sign and hits my truck.
No.
You can
Bad?
see. To me, it's bad. It's not that bad because the door still opens
Hit you in the
on the
broadside?
on the passenger side, the back door in the passenger side on the bottom corner, and I'm just like, no.
And you love this truck.
I love this.
This
truck.
is the truck you've wanted your entire life.
Yeah, this is the truck. This is like my
Right.
dream truck. And I told JJ, I said, I would never get rid of this truck, even if the engine blew. I'd buy a new engine.
Get a new engine.
Yeah,
And what is it? It's a
it's a 2005 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD, and
so it's got the big motor in it.
yeah, and I just love it. And so I
4-door,
4-door,
like full 4-door.
full 4-door,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, full 4-door. So I stop, pull over, and then Colorado's become notorious for hit and runs.
Did he stop?
He did stop, which was good, you know.
Mhm.
So I put it in park, and I get out, and I said,
What?
I mean, I seen him slide out on the ice, which is like whatever, you know. Hey, it's an accident.
I can't
Shit
move from here. I can't
Things
help it.
happen.
Yeah.
And I said, "Hey, do you got insurance?" Because when it's cold, what happens?
They say take each other's information.
I don't have insurance.
Take pictures. He didn't have information. Oh no.
And I'm like, so
Is he going to pay cash?
I said, hey, you know, I'm going to have to call the police because I need to make sure my truck gets fixed.
Right.
Right. It didn't register because he wasn't from here. He lived here, but he was not from the US. Right. So he spoke English, but he had to really try. And so I'm sitting there talking to the police. Oh, nobody's injured, blah, blah, blah. And we're sitting there 30 minutes. And I'm thinking, he's like, can we go to the shop and get it fixed? I'm just like, well, you got money?
Tienes video?
Yeah, like, you got money? Like,
yeah.
No. And then I don't know if it just had registered because then he's like, who did you call? I said, I had to call the police. You don't have insurance. I need to make sure that I can get my truck fixed.
Right.
And he's like, you could see in his mind, like,
Rolodex was going.
So he showed me his ID.
Take a picture?
Well, they ended up coming.
Oh, okay.
So he showed me his ID, and I said, he had a CDL.
Oh, no.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to get a fence. I'm like,
no.
I said, I don't know what to say. You don't have insurance.
Right.
You know? And in my mind, like, I'm open for people coming here. I'm open for all that. But it's like, welcome to the American dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sucks.
You better either have a wad of hundreds in your pocket or insurance.
Or insurance. So his mind starts spinning and I'm just like, and luckily they sent like, and I guess in Aurora they send out like a accident.
Community patrol.
Yeah. So they sent him and he took the information. What do you think his name was? On his ID. I seen the ID.
Javier.
No.
Oh. What was it?
Innocent. Not kidding you.
His first name?
Yeah.
Innocent?
Innocent. He told me his
middle name?
I didn't. I don't know. But when I said, before he showed me his ID, I said, well, what's your name, man? He's like, Innocent. I'm just like,
oh, you thought he didn't understand?
No, Innocent. I said, that's your name? He's like, yeah. I said, all right. Well, that's what we're going with. He pulls out his ID when his mind started to, I'm going to get a ticket, blah, blah, blah. And look, and I'm like, oh, his name is Innocent. I'm like, not today.
Not today, son.
So man,
not today.
That was like a bummer for me this morning. I was like,
yeah.
I mean, luckily my truck is
no structure, like frame damage is not there.
No,
it didn't hit hard. It just
it's just got like a big scrape and a dent
and wrinkled up the door
on the corner edge, on the bottom corner. So like, it's not okay because it's like my truck, but
right.
It's like, okay, I can at least drive it, which was nice.
When it sucks when it's like, this is the truck that you've always wanted this truck.
Yeah.
It's the thing and it's not, it's not like $100,000 brand new rig.
No.
But it's the truck that you have wanted. Yep. Like you could have bought
anything else.
And this is it.
This is it. So it's like,
that's kind of, oof.
That hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
It hurt my heart. I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
So
it's like when you finally get your thing.
Man, what sucks about it, he had it was a Jeep. It was like a Cherokee, but it's not like one of the Grand Cherokees. It's like one of the smaller ones. I don't even know what they're called.
Like a Compass?
Kind of like that.
Or a Patriot?
I want to say more like a Compass, right?
Okay.
So he hits my side and there's like some hooks in the front of it.
Yeah, a tow hook.
Yeah. So nothing happened to his car.
Oh, his tow hook just hit you and that's it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
If your car's going to get screwed, at least his car should be messed up too.
That's what I was hoping for. And not hoping in a bad way, but it's like, well, then you don't have insurance. Well, now I hope that you have to fix yours.
I hope that thing punched back in and got the radiator a little bit.
Yeah, so that's where we're at.
So what are you going to do?
Well, I made the police report.
So
I don't know how.
I can tell you how this is going to go.
Okay, tell me how it's going to go.
Colorado's a no-fault state.
Yeah.
So what's going to have to happen is you are going to have to make a claim through your insurance because you were hit by an uninsured motorist, which there is a rider on your insurance that you hopefully have. That's uninsured motorist. That's more than X. And then your insurance company would then have to go after him for damages.
Yeah.
Which they probably never will, because they know that they're never going to get that back.
Mm-hmm.
But then your rate's probably going to increase.
Yeah. So that's where we're at.
Or
I just fix it.
Or you just fix it. Or you talk to your buddy that has an auto body shop and say,
what are you doing?
Hey,
what are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
what do you do?
Hey,
what are you doing tomorrow?
How you been? Have you been busy? Oh, what are you doing tomorrow? I never heard that before. Never heard that before.
But no, it's good now. It's all fine. Everything. That's first world problem.
Yeah.
You know?
It is, but it still
sucks.
It still sucks. Because it's something that you didn't do that's now going to cost you money.
You know what's crazy? In the last probably 7 fights. Well, no, 19. Well, since probably like 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Every time JJ has a fight camp, something happens to a car. Whether it breaks down, somebody's hit.
That's not actually fair. Because JJ's old car was just a driving breakdown.
No, not that one. That one's fine.
Ever since that one.
No, that one. The only reason it don't turn on right now,
battery,
because the battery's dead. I could go turn.
But that thing was just like ready. Everything was ready to break at any point.
Oh man, I love that car. I got to fix it. So
you got to take pictures of it so we can pop them up.
Okay, I'm gonna have to.
I need multiple pictures because it's not just one color.
No, like there was when this first started happening, she had a different Honda, right? She loved it. We went to the fight to win.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody backed into us
in her little Honda.
Yeah, and
does she have the same style?
The same model, not the same style. She had just a regular, just Honda,
Civic or
Civic, but she wanted the hatchback.
Mm-hmm.
So then we ended up going to get that, but she loves that car too. But somebody hit that car too, just barely nicked it. But we came out of the gym the other day, and I'm just like, "Who hit your car?" She's like, "What?
Where's the cameras? Where's the cameras?
Good question.
Where's the cameras?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's better be cameras.
Gosh, but no, we're good now. Everything's all good.
Every business.
So that's one of my superstitions. It wouldn't be a fight camera.
Okay, we're done. It's done. All right, there we go.
Okay, there we go. So
it's always crazy to me. Like, I was serious about where's the cameras for who hit JJ's car, but a lot of businesses and places now, big parking lots, just don't have it available. Don't have it, which I don't understand because there's cameras at my house, like a compound.
We have cameras at our house too, because I even have, you know what I have outside my, and I don't even know if this is legal, but I'm doing it.
It's legal now.
Okay. The trail cams for like wildlife. I have some hidden in the backyard or on the other side of the fence. So
it's fence.
I see people walking by.
You can record anybody in public at any time.
Oh, good. Then it's fine.
There's no right to privacy in public.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
you can film if it's in sight, in view in public space.
Yeah.
You can film it.
Yeah. I mean, you could see it. It's just on the fence right there. Boom. So
there's camera in the front window that gets the main. There's a camera upstairs that looks, from the driveway out so we can get it down the street. So if someone were coming or going and we needed to get a license plate, we have a long cam that looks and sees that.
Yeah.
There's a camera on the side yard outside. Okay. There's a camera that goes out of our window upstairs that goes straight down and you can see the whole back patio area.
Nice.
Then there's one on the fence on the far side that looks all the way down this side of the house. And then this is the one that people miss. This is the one that people don't install it. They should. And it has to be a wireless camera because you don't want to run lines all over it. So out.
I look like a Excel place.
Yeah. Do I look like the guy? I'm not the guy. The one that people don't think about is probably the camera that really gets the best of everything is out at our mailbox.
Oh.
I have a camera that's pointed at the front of the house.
Oh.
Because everybody always has cameras on their house looking away, but as soon as someone gets close enough to your house,
you can't see nothing.
You can't see them anymore. So there's a camera out there that shoots the whole front of the house.
So you could see.
So I could see them walking around my garage doors. I can see them walking up to the front door. This thing.
Wow.
Dude, I could have
Do you get the alerts or?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our camera system tells me
Everything.
Including when the door opens, when the door closes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you ever I know I do on mine. I always go back in the morning, and from the time I go to bed, depending, to the time I wake up, I go back and look.
And see if there's events?
No, see if there's somebody out there. Because there's
You scroll through the whole thing?
Yeah. I mean,
you don't have events like for us.
Like no, yeah.
My camera's like
only
if something happened, it recorded a
yes,
snippet.
Yeah.
Like I'm not scrolling through like 8 hours of videos.
No. Like we have cameras up, right? One on the front, one on the side, and one on the back. And then I have those trail cams on the other side of the fence, and then our porch lights are also cameras.
Right. The rotators.
Yeah. So at that one, I could just look at the hours that I scroll, but our cameras that are mounted, those ones tell us if there's
an event.
Yeah. So
something triggered the camera.
Yeah. So if there's something that triggered the camera, I'll look at that, and then I'll go look at the 360 camera. And
I used to do that, except I just saw raccoons and rabbits in my yard for the most part.
Oh.
Kay Miller. Kay Miller is like FBI baby mama.
Oh, okay.
She will scroll through
everything,
and she'll hit every event. She'll be like, "Oh, there was this. Okay, they came home at this time. They did it." Like, I'll look over, and she's just like scrolling through camera feed. I'm like,
"What do you?" Oh, whatever.
Sometimes it logs me out of the camera feed, and I forget for like 4 or 5 days. And I'm like, "Wow, I'm not getting so many alerts. Not so bad.
Nobody's here.
So
Nobody's here." But yeah.
But it's one of those weird trade-offs though.
Yeah.
There's also a camera in our dining room.
Oh, okay.
That points like diagonally out into the main area of the house. So that if you needed, like you could see inside.
If you need to,
yeah. Yeah. It's not in a place where people would be naked or compromised.
Yeah.
You know, it's just in the main area. And my life's always on camera anyway, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Like hack the feed, watch me eat dinner.
Hey.
It's boring. You'll just get mad at how many snacks I have.
You'll turn it off before I even notice you're there.
Yeah, I don't care. And then I think we have one upstairs. It's the puppy cam that in the loft where the dog kennels are. It just kind of looks over there to make sure
everything all right.
Everything is good. Yeah, but again, in a common area
for sure.
The kids used to think the camera inside the house was really weird, and they're like uncomfortable at first.
Yeah.
Now they watch us on it all the time.
Oh, okay.
Like
but I mean, it makes
they
sense.
flip on the cameras and like, Dad, what are you doing?
Yeah, it makes sense for you though, because when you were traveling back and forth,
yeah,
it makes so much sense.
I can see what's going on in my house.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's an expensive place with a lot of stuff, and
you like your things.
I like, I like them to stay where they are, and so that was definitely a mental relaxer for me, was knowing that I could kind of see what was going on.
For sure.
If people were coming and going from the house.
Yeah.
Because, I trust my kids, but at the same time, they're my kids. They're,
And shit happens.
They're not always full adult brain.
No. Even some adults have no adult brain.
And so you just want to make sure, hey, what's going on? What?
Yep.
There's more cars than I like to see near the Oh, wait, there's more people than I like to see in my house.
Yeah.
But, my kids are actually pretty boring.
Yeah. That's okay.
Great
Which is great for you.
Yeah, it's great.
Stress levels are less,
Yeah. Yeah. They're, Jaden picks out like old grandma pastel flower bedspreads.
Oh, okay.
She's old. She's old.
She's old already.
Yeah. And Gracie's old. Gracie and Tim are in bed before me, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's quiet after that.
Yeah, but then they leave. They're gone. I wake up at 7 and they're already gone.
For work?
Yeah, gone.
Damn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty quiet from the morning, and
I do pretty good.
Yeah.
And they get home at like 5 or 6 in the evening, and Gracie's probably in bed by 8.
Oh, days.
Well, they go up to the room, watch TV. She's like
old too,
super pregnant.
Oh yeah,
like uncomfortably,
Ooh.
like just carrying a big ass baby on her belly.
So she's resting.
Yeah, she's tired and grouchy. So
Go to your room.
Go on. Yeah. Well, that was exciting.
Yeah, that's exciting. I didn't even have no topics because we're gonna have a guest.
Yeah, and then we had a little
mishap.
Yeah, a little bump.
But what are we gonna talk about? What topics do you got?
What do you got? Where's your tablet? You got nothing.
It's in the car. I told you my life was a wreck this morning.
It is a wreck.
So
a couple of things.
All right.
So I like to wear my watch.
Yep.
Kristen hates it because it vibrates
all night
and hits the pillow and vip, vip, vip.
Yeah.
I've had a hard time sleeping lately.
Speaking of which,
yeah,
that's why I didn't text you back late last night because I knew Kay Miller didn't
it was going to vibrate.
Yeah, so I said I'll do it today.
Nope, it's not a problem. It's no longer an issue.
Oh, okay.
I've had a lot of insomnia lately. So even with my sleeping meds, not doing a lot of sleeping.
Yeah.
I set it on a schedule.
Your phone?
My watch.
Okay.
So that at 10 p.m. to 7 a.m., no alerts go to my watch.
Oh. That's nice.
So it doesn't interrupt my sleeping. Even if I have fallen asleep, I don't feel it.
Yeah.
And the only thing I need to figure out is there's certain phone numbers that if they call or text at that time, it needs to come through, like one of the kids.
For sure.
Just
the important ones.
Yeah. I mean, they would call Kay Miller before they call me, but
just in case.
I got to figure that out. There's got to be a way to make a
list,
like a white list.
Yeah.
That can go through.
Yeah.
Maybe. As far as topical things go, you wanted to talk about the 5 things that you would have in your go bag.
Oh, yeah.
5 things you would grab.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember exactly how you worded it.
Everybody calls it different. If
you call it like a bug out bag?
Yeah, like if it hit the fan right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
so
what are the, like, you can take, of course, you could take, but let's just say.
Can I get my podcast gear?
I mean, if that's a lot of things.
It's one thing.
But like, what would that be for like 5 things? Like that you're like, you wouldn't even think about, like, I know I can't take this, but I'm leaving.
Right.
What would that be?
So it's twofold for me. We have a bug out bag.
Okay.
And it's like one of the large backpacks, Molly, attachments all over it, so you can add things to it.
Okay.
If it's we got to get out and we've got to survive, that's what I grab.
Okay.
Okay. It's got MREs. It's got hammocks because you don't want to sleep on the ground if it's winter.
Yeah.
You want hammocks with like a drop sheet over it, so that it keeps the moisture off you. It's got knives, MREs, water filters, fire starter. Several different types of fire starter.
For sure.
Different containers, so if you need to like make water to carry, things like that. So if I had to bug out and survive, I have like the big.
You're right. Right. You can at least.
I could probably survive longer than my vehicle is going to get us
to where you need to go,
into like terrain that you don't. You're not going to get. I mean, because I have a crazy brain, of course, but in my mind, if shit hits the fan and I've got to take that, then I also need to get us to the backwoods
to where they've already found everybody else.
And I'm not out in the open.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to just be driving around in Thornton.
At Webster Lake.
There he is. Yeah, I'm not putting a hammock up at Webster Lake in the neighborhood.
Yeah, there's things that go through my mind like that. Like I always think to myself when I said I'd get in an RV and I'd just go get lost out there.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any place in the U.S., just in the U.S., where somebody's never been? Like nobody's walked, whether it's hard to get there or not,
I guarantee there's places that people haven't stepped, places that people haven't.
Yeah.
Just because you can't. Like
you can't, but that's.
But then there's Alaska. I guarantee there's places in Alaska that people haven't.
Oh man, when I went there, that's a different kind of like fear because it's like it's so big, and you just look out there and you're like,
and so sparse.
You when we went and we were looking for the Northern Lights before, and the way that the moon was shining was super bright, and we were over this. I don't even know what they're called, but you could just see over the lookout, and
like on a bluff, on a plateau.
Yeah, on a plateau, you could just see. We parked, and I was just
so you're above tree line.
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, nobody will find you.
And that's the thing, like a place like Alaska.
Yeah.
It's not populated enough that if something happens, someone is going to happen by.
Yeah.
And that's like a lot of Wyoming.
Yeah.
If you end up in the wrong spot in Wyoming,
forget it.
You're just dead.
Toast.
Or down in the desert, like in Arizona, if your GPS took you someplace that wasn't where you were going and your car breaks down, someone may not come by for long enough that either heat exposure or cold at night or animals will get you.
So what are the 5 things?
Are you scared? Are you scared of... Would you be more scared of the animals? Because like in Alaska, the animals will get you.
Well, only certain ones.
A grizzly bear will eat you.
Yeah. I mean, I think... I would be more fearful of people than I would animals.
In Alaska?
Mm-hmm. Well, in Alaska, no.
If you're stuck in Alaska and you're trying to hike yourself back to civilization.
If I have the right gun, then I'm not afraid.
What are you going to... You got like a 308 on your back?
I mean...
Because you were going to the grocery store?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, like...
A grizzly bear, you're not taking a grizzly bear down with like a pistol, like a 9mm. You know what you're going to do?
Run.
He's going to get real mad.
Yeah. No.
And then...
I'm not going to...
Then he's going to cut you in half with one claw.
I would hope that I wouldn't run into anything.
Yeah. I would hope. But that'd be my thing. Like in Alaska, I would be way more scared that I had to hike through an uninhabited area.
Yeah.
And run into an animal that you can't reason with it.
No.
You can't show it a gun and say, dude, I'm not the one.
I mean,
they don't care.
They don't, yeah.
A human, I can be like, dude,
get away.
Listen.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving.
What do you think a grizzly would say? Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. So animals for me in places like that.
That's fearful to you.
Yeah. Yeah. And then in populated areas, obviously it's a whole different situation.
Yeah.
The other thing that I always have is some form of GPS.
Like a machine or a compass or both?
There's 100% a compass.
Okay.
There's always a compass.
Yeah.
Like that's just part of it. But even like the old GPS, like TomToms or Garmin's, because they're not running off of cellular, they're running off of GPS satellite.
Oh, okay.
And if the apocalypse starts to happen, we're still going to receive some signal from satellite.
Yeah.
So that might help.
Okay.
Okay. Recently, I've seen, I think it's called rapid radio. Which I'm really interested in. I'm looking into it more, but I don't know if they're cellular based. If they're cellular based, it doesn't matter. But it's like regular walkie talkies. But this guy, it's like $300 for one. But it's across the country.
You could talk to
and
somebody.
It's no monthly fee.
Oh,
I have to look into it more. But something like that, if it's satellite based, a lot easier to deal with because you don't have to worry about electricity running.
Yeah.
You're just getting a satellite signal. I don't know exactly what it runs off of, but something like that would be great.
Okay.
Because communication is key.
For sure.
So even a couple shorter range walkie-talkies just in case.
Yeah.
Like I probably have.
Do you give one to somebody or is that just to communicate with somebody? Got the Jeep.
I guarantee I have 3 or 4 of these.
Okay.
These just Motorola's.
How far do those go?
Probably line of sight. You're a mile and a half, maybe a couple miles at the most. Obviously, the ones we used to use for the show are on repeaters, so that you could use them far.
Okay.
But like this, if we have to, we're in a group, and something could be happening. So we need to flank or we need to figure things out. Some of these
Good idea.
would be a good idea because they're line of sight. They're
Yeah.
not, it's not, but obviously you got to charge them. So those are the kind of things that I thought about. Oh, and some cash,
Yeah.
like $1,000 in cash,
Mm-hmm.
smaller, down to 20s. Cause you don't want to,
Give your $1,000.
you don't want to give, you don't want to be pulling
Yeah.
out hundreds because, if you're in a barter system or,
Yep.
cash is king, I would go with that. Like, so I would take all of those things.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is, and I need to get a pickup.
That's the one thing I do like about my truck.
I need to get rid of the Edge. And I've always wanted, it's like the 2009 to 2014 F-150, the crew cab, the full 4-door.
Yeah.
That beefier,
that
body style. I love that. I don't like the rounded stuff that's newer or that era, the 2009 to 2014 F-150.
Yeah.
I need to do that. I just need to, because the Edge has been great. We've loved the Edge. It's done, it's done great things for us. It's gas mileage, but I need to have a pickup.
Yeah.
Because if the big thing happens, you got to bug out, you got to get somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You're much more mobile and safe in a vehicle than you are just
walking
on
around.
foot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
that's probably the smart way to go. Now, if we're talking, I just got to, like, something's happening.
Yeah.
And I have to defend my family and I can just grab a few things and I gotta get on the road. We have some things that are staged in our house. Like we have a safe that has a fireproof bag that has all of the ultimately important documents.
Okay.
Birth certificates, social security cards.
All that good
blah,
stuff.
blah, blah. Yeah, we're talking if it's not an apocalypse where your social security card doesn't matter anymore, but it's just like in an emergency, you gotta go. So that bag, and it's nice because we know where it is. It's all the stuff, it's been checked and rechecked.
Yeah.
And then I keep a bag like this.
Okay, that's not even too big.
No, I keep a bag like this most of the time. And I actually pulled stuff out of it today just to kind of talk about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, this one has a nice pocket in the back, in case you needed to keep a heater or, or something else that you wanted that, you could
get to.
Yeah. And other people don't.
Yeah.
It has that pocket, which I think is nice because it's important to have heaters.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just a sling bag and it has a clasp so that if you need to get in or out or you're stuck on something, but just in a quick pinch, I keep a bag like this.
Okay.
In this bag, there are normally terrible
timing.
Yes. So we keep a big anchor charging block.
That one's big
because it's going to get you there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also keep
a saddle.
A solar rechargeable power block. So if it's an electricity problem or something like that, you can continue to charge your stuff. This also has a flashlight that works off of the battery.
Nice.
But that thing is ultimately important.
Yeah. Solar's like, that's kind of the way to go with all. Because we've even been looking into, it's just an excuse for me to buy one. But even a solar powered, like a generator.
Yeah,
like a
small generator.
Yeah.
So you use all the solar to power the battery, and then hopefully it stores enough. Because I mean, they're tough.
They
solar
are tough.
powered. The RV was solar, and it would run the generator, but not like we had pretty big solar panels on the top.
Yeah,
it takes a lot.
It does
on something like that, but it offsets gas usage.
Yeah,
when you need it, it's there. Very important. So in there, in my throw bag, there's always an envelope with cash. We would grab our the fireproof bags. We had all the important documents there. I would probably make sure that there was like a small nail gun.
Yeah.
In case you had to build some structure.
Yeah.
a hole punch,
Yeah,
maybe and then I'm always big on having some kind of multi-tool.
Okay, yeah, those are smart.
So I put all headphones. Hang on.
He'll be right back. Now you're stuck with me.
Yeah. So.
Here he is. You threw. That's trash now.
All right.
Okay. Oh, look, he's got 10
so-
things.
You asked what things I would bring.
Yeah.
So I have a life straw.
Live straw. Okay. Have you ever tried one of those?
Yeah, it's weird.
Is it weird?
They're hard to suck through sometimes. But I mean, if you have to have water and you got to be quick, I have a life straw. They're all over the internet.
And how many gallons, drinks? Whatever. How many does that one do?
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's pretty big. We have the big filter one in my bug out bag.
Oh, okay.
But this would just be like, got to go.
Yeah.
And you don't know if the creek you're drinking out of will make you poop a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that. Always a blowtorch style lighter,
I need to get one of those.
because there's nothing worse than trying to flick the big.
At least you know. At least you know that'll start, and
This will
we can
start,
get it
and I
right.
could burn
Yeah.
something to get us a fire going.
yeah.
So those two are huge. A tourniquet.
Those are so important. I'm starting to realize how important something like that is.
Tourniquet. You should always have a tourniquet.
Yeah.
Like always,
Yeah.
regardless of anything else. And I'm not like a survivalist. I'm not the guy who's go to him and find out. This is
Yeah.
just from everyday life things
Yeah.
that
Those-
I know
those are-
will get
yeah.
us there. I also believe you should have a flat knife, a full, the full non-foldable, because there's going to be things that you have to
Okay.
pry at or dig at, and a folding knife is the last thing that you want to pry with.
Yeah. Yeah, because it'll
You know
break.
what I mean?
Yep.
So it's just
Yeah.
full tongue, straight through, everyday, simple knife.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like on a belt clip. And
Yeah,
you
you
can put
don't have to carry it. in your-
because that backpack has the molly.
Yeah.
You can just put it on one of those. Makes it easy. I like to eat,
Yeah.
so these things are great. It's real lightweight,
Okay.
but it's like a spork,
Yeah.
so you can handle stuff.
Mm-hmm. And it's not like flimsy. Like it's not
Right.
like you won't.
No,
it won't
it's
just
not going to break, and you could
Yeah.
use it for other
for other stuff.
things.
Yeah.
I keep one of these in my bag, and it's just like a multi-purpose tool. It has a bunch of hex heads,
Oh, okay.
so you could use it to tighten. It has like
can
a bottle
opener or bottle
can
opener.
Yeah, and then it's also like a spork.
Oh, okay.
But you could also, if you needed to dig into
Yeah.
something or dig, you can use it for that. And these are really good. Like I like simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're not going to survive for months. I'm just grabbing some things that if I,
You're coming home.
right.
It's just you're
I
just
just don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So like I said, a multi-tool,
Yeah,
Gerber
those
multi-tool.
Those are nice.
Yeah, always have one of those.
Gerbers are expensive though.
Yeah,
But they're worth it.
they're worth it.
They're worth it.
And
yeah.
then I keep a strap that just has
as a just in case, like
I-
tie something up.
if
yeah.
you need to tie something up, or someone needs to not be able to use their hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
The-
Yeah. You never know.
you never know what's going to happen, but it's easy to tuck away.
Tie up a grizzly bear.
Yep. I mean, I don't know why anyone would need it, but I always
Handcuff key.
have a handcuff key.
I mean, well, most, you know what?
Good situations are bad.
Yeah. And it's good to have one of those
Yep.
because I feel like most people will use handcuffs before they can.
They can
If
figure
you
out how
don't
to
know,
tether me.
yeah, because I feel like a lot of
If you don't know how
people,
to do that,
then-
I can get out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quickly.
For sure.
But handcuffs, it's tough.
Yeah.
So a handcuff key is always kind of tucked around in something.
Yeah.
I wear 511 jeans a lot when I wear pants,
Okay.
and they have like 2 or 3 spots that have handcuff key hiders in them.
Oh,
511 jeans.
to put some of those on real quick. And
Yeah, they have like in the waist,
Yeah.
down in the cuff of the ankle. They have little slits that are sewn
So you just for the like,
just to stow away. Yeah, things like that.
okay.
I mean, a good pocket knife never hurts.
Yeah.
And the CRKT knives, I love them.
Okay.
You know, they're quick, they're easy. This thing has been through hell, and it's still
good, huh?
It's still ready to go all the time. Like a good pocket knife. I like the big heavy serrations. So if you do have to cut through like
Just
twine or wire or something like that, they're great there. This has been kind of my go-to for a while. It kind of replaces the multi-tool and the pocket knife.
Okay.
It's so it has scissor.
Okay.
Which is good for about 5 seconds. But
a razor.
If you need it in a pinch, yep. And then it has a replaceable razor.
Oh, that's cool.
So that you can that's pretty angry.
So it's like a 2.0 version of like a Swiss Army knife.
And then a file.
Oh, dang.
That also serves as a flathead or a chisel.
Yeah.
And then on the other side is a regular pocket knife.
Where did you get that at?
I got it for my birthday. Actually, I just had it replaced. I bought the team them multiple times.
Uh-huh.
And then this side works as a bottle opener, but it also works as a pry.
Yeah.
So let's say the shit did hit the fan.
Yeah.
If I need to get a screen out of something, it's a perfect dig.
Yeah.
There's that.
Heavy duty too.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's flat. It's not much on your hip if you put it in your front pocket.
No, you could clip it to yourself.
Yep.
So you're not just carrying it in your hand.
And then a simple bandana.
Okay. For what?
If you need to conceal for some reason.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what we're bugging out for. Also, aerosols help a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, if a crowd gets maced, something is better than nothing. I would rather not be the guy that's fully huffing it.
Yeah.
I'd rather be the guy that's like uncomfortable but still cooking along.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that kind of things, those kind of things for me.
Okay. I need to
weird?
No. I'm not too much into the whole prepper thing.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a big prepper.
But I'm also not dumb. I don't want to feel like I'm not that dumb to like I've got to be, you never know. You know what I mean?
Dude, the times anymore.
You never know.
And as much as I hate to say it, Colorado's gotten a little hood.
Mm-hmm. Well, and
there's something going on the news every single night.
So somebody
there was a shooting over by you again in Aurora. There was a shooting over off of 115th or something in Washington, which is right. Mm-hmm. I mean, proximity wise, it's close to me.
Yesterday, somebody got shot right in front of our place, right in front of our entrance. Mm-hmm. Yesterday,
not yet. Well, that was in the past. Yesterday,
last night, somebody else got shot at the gas station, which is walking 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like, so,
when it's not like it's not an economic thing as far as where it's going, because I live in the suburbs. Like I'm in Whiteyville.
Yes. And it's everywhere.
And it was, right over there. They just found a dead body at Webster Lake not long ago.
Yeah.
Right over there.
Yeah.
And that's where that's where the soccer moms go to push their strollers.
Yeah. So, I need to make one, and like, obviously we have like a safe and stuff like that, to keep our important things and things like that.
Gold bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause that's what I'm grabbing. I can barter with those at least.
Yeah. They say an expensive watch is one thing, but it's more for out of country than it is in country.
Really? Okay.
An expensive watch you can trade for just about anything.
Yeah.
A ride, a car.
Yeah.
Hide me.
Yeah, people love watches too.
Well, especially like Rolex.
Yeah.
If you have a Rolex, which, not everybody has a Rolex.
Yeah.
You got two. So I'm going to borrow one.
Okay, yeah.
But a Rolex is basically like a get out of trouble free card in a lot of countries.
Yeah.
Either with the police who are easily bought by something like that, or a civilian that would give up their $500 car for that Rolex in an instant so you can get out of there.
Yeah. So,
not really here as far as what we're talking about. Has less bargaining power, I think.
For sure.
Because here a watch is not going to If the shit hit the fan, a watch is not going to do anything for anybody. They're not going to be like, oh, I'll trade you my awesome 4-wheel drive pickup for that.
Yeah.
So I hope the world comes back together.
I want to get work. That's one of my things I want to do this year is get working on it. Obviously it shouldn't take all year, but I really think because
what are you going to build?
I don't know.
Like a bug out bag like mine?
Well, I need
big bag.
I obviously need both. I mean,
yeah.
If you think about it, you know.
And the small bag is just something that I can throw.
See, and I think
behind the seat.
I think that's a great idea because the bug out bag you want to have because you don't want to go scrambling through if we got to get out of town.
Right. That's a like hell, go now.
Hey, this is all we're taking with us. We're not coming back.
I don't care about birth certificates today.
Yeah. I am who I am now. I can be a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm gonna work on it now. Now I'm gonna work on it.
So when we were talking about this, in passing, talking with like Kristen, and Kristen had been talking with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that we didn't have that I'd thought of before, but had never really pushed it and didn't think about it, but is very important, I think, is do you have a location?
Oh.
Not a location you're going to go, but what if you
like
are at home,
family location where you're going to meet?
Right. What if you're at home, she's at the gym, shit hits the fan, you can't wait for someone to come all the way across town.
Pick you up.
What's the location?
Yeah.
And is there...
That's a good point.
Is there a code word that says get to the location? Yeah. Like in my mind, I would have a location that everybody knows, but I would tell them to go to a different location.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever my location is. Let's say it's some field up the highway.
Yeah.
If I was worried that, you know, we were in danger, like people were coming for us or things, I would be like, I would give them the code word of Waterworld.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would say, hey, meet me at Waterworld. Meet me at Waterworld. Everybody meet at Waterworld right now. That means don't go to Waterworld. It means go to our spot.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to give up the spot. I'm a little crazy. I understand.
Well,
but a place is, I think, equally as important.
I don't know if that's as crazy as what it might seem like, because the way that we are in the country right now is like, you got that dude that was running people over on New Year's in New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know, like how
the guy
many
that
more
blew up himself at Trump's in Vegas
that was from the Springs.
Yep.
You know, you're like how like you might, which is crazy to think that you might need it, but it's actually a reality. There's a good chance.
Yeah.
And maybe not in our lifetime, but in 20 years or 30 years or 50 years or whatever.
We could be Mad Max in it.
Yeah.
This could be like out of town.
So I don't know.
I just think it's important. I
mean, it is important. And I've just been, because there's a YouTube channel that I watch called the Outdoor Boys.
Okay.
And it's a guy from Alaska.
Is it like the Trailer Park Boys?
No.
Oh, different.
Okay. It's a guy from Alaska, and he does things. His thing is he goes and pretends he's like stranded out there. Like I just watched one the other day. He built, I'm going to spend 3 days out here with no sleeping bag, no shed, no shelter, nothing.
This is how I got here. So this is what I have.
Yeah. So he builds a shelter. Obviously he has a backpack and has his things in there, but he builds a shelter. He builds a fire. And then other times he's like, he'll take his kids out there. He's like me and I'm not talking teenager. Like I'm talking.
Is it the blonde-headed guy?
Yeah.
And he's always looking for like the warming shelters because he's in the snow hiking.
Yeah.
And he's got like a nerdy white guy, dirty blonde hair.
And he's actually, or I think he makes money off YouTube. So But he was an attorney.
I've been seeing his videos, so I guarantee he's making money because, I mean, if the algorithm is putting him to multiple, like I'm seeing it, you're seeing it.
Yeah,
he's doing all right.
So I was just thinking about that. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I think that guy just got divorced. I think he did. I think I saw a clip. But yeah, I mean, it's not that outlandish, is it? Really?
No, it's not. It's really, really not. You know, like I mean, I'm not gonna go. I'm not the type of. Well, one, it takes money. Two, like building these whole like underground bunkers, and I'm just like,
I'm not rich enough to build a bunker.
No.
Are you?
no, never.
Like,
Never. I mean, it'd be nice.
as close as we'd get is if we went hiking and found like an old mine shaft or a silo that no one was currently
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I would have a bunker because it was already there.
Yeah.
But I'm not the guy that's going to build a bunker.
And
I mean, I think it'd be cool as shit to own some property, bury a couple shipping containers, vented so you had air.
Of course.
You know, if you needed to, you get down there, lock yourself in,
Yeah.
like no one's coming.
Yeah.
And then have a bunch of rations and stuff there. But that's on the other side of kooky kind of to me. Like if you're going that far with it.
Yeah. No.
But is going as far as I've gone just the next step?
I think in today's world, it's normal.
Because I would love to have.
I think it's starting to become like.
If you don't have it, you're weird.
Like, why not?
Yeah.
What are you not worried?
Yeah. I see a lot of guys who have like their 4x4 pickup set up kind of as the bug out machine.
There's a security guard There's a security guy that works for the UFC, and he's always there. He stays up all night watching the locker or the workout room, so no random people.
Right. So I don't go work out.
Yeah.
He doesn't want me getting in shape.
And he actually has a Jeep Cherokee, and it's actually pretty cool. And he has it all decked out with what he does is he goes to the most remote parts and tries to survive.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, I have no communication. So he has like this whole like big old like satellite radio. He's like, that's what I try to communicate on.
Like Matthews.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he from the UK too?
No. I mean, he might know Matthew though.
Yeah,
he might talk to him, you know.
Ham radio.
Yeah. So he's got.
Oh, ham radio is a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Like in your truck.
Yeah.
If you had a ham radio.
Ham radio.
But you need to know someone else with a ham radio.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm going to work on it. Now I'm going to work on it because that got me excited. I like this thing though.
So thinking.
Because we have one, we don't have one that big, but we have one like that.
Well, we traveled so much, it was easy to, you know.
Those are lifesavers though.
Yeah.
Even if you don't need it, like if you're just going to the airport or if you're going to.
Or like when we're RVing, if we had to conserve power, we didn't have generator or something, and at least then you can keep important things running.
Yeah.
So I've had an idea.
Okay.
I have all these crazy ideas. But how cool would it be to have like a group of guys or a group of people, I want to say be inclusive, people, and, everybody kind of brings a different skill to the table and they teach each other, different things. And then you turn it into like a survival game with each other.
Okay.
And you can start out simple things like, I'm going to drop you off down at like Sky Ridge Hospital.
Yeah.
That's like I-25 and...
It's the way down. It's like...
I-25 and just before you no longer live in Colorado.
Yeah.
How about that? I'm going to drop you off at Sky Ridge. Give me your phone and your wallet.
Can you get home?
Get to my house. Can you? Could you, through the art of bartering, you can't use someone's phone and call someone that you know to come give you a ride.
So you have to
use your
skills
to get people that you do not know to somehow help you to get you back up here.
I would like to think so, but I don't know.
Could you do it?
I don't know.
Could you count on yourself enough to
well,
do it? I mean,
I could eventually.
If you're sneaky enough, you could maybe jump on the tram.
The light rail?
Light rail.
I could for sure do that.
You could jump on the light rail and with no money and hope that someone doesn't ask for a ticket and get as far as you could.
Yeah. But
now, I mean, you could ride the light rail from there.
Yeah.
Realistically, through downtown, there's a light rail station that ends up at like 100 and
it's like close to
28. Yeah, it's right over there in East Lake. Yeah, it's right there in East Lake. So you could. Yeah. You could risk that. Are you going to get caught? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. I've never not paid for the light rail, so I don't know. I don't know how
I've
often.
only ever been asked one time for a ticket.
So maybe you could do that.
Maybe.
You also don't have a phone, so you're not going to be able just to look up the route.
Yeah.
Know which train to do what. Can you figure it out? Are you aware enough and cognizant enough to figure out how to do that? Okay. Let's say we pass that. And then spring comes around. Now I'm going to drop you at Gross Reservoir.
That would be a little tougher.
Are you going to be able to get home?
You have to walk one.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe the rules are you get the shoulder bag that I have, and what supplies you can put in there that cannot be electronic, no communication, no money.
I think if you're gonna have to know that you're probably gonna stay the night somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Could you do it?
I would like to.
I would tell you right now.
I would like to say I could, but
I could go without a few meals.
Yeah.
It probably wouldn't be great because I'm fat, so my blood sugar goes low easy. You know what I mean?
I think it would take me the first initial talking to people. Like I can talk to people, and I don't have, but I have. I
think the city part would be easy for me.
I have issue asking, can you give me a ride? Because
I could turn on charismatic me.
Yeah.
And probably
figure it out.
Would be easiest for me to I could navigate that part, I think.
Yeah.
Drop me up at Gross Reservoir, which is, I don't know, 25 miles from
here,
miles?
probably. Yeah.
I mean, there's main roads and things that are going on, so you could get to that. But what if you had to make your way out? You had a compass. You're going to make sure that you see like landmarks. Okay, I found my compass. I know I need to go east.
Yeah.
Because west is bad because there's more mountains. So then find east, find something to look at, and I could walk for as long as I could towards that.
Mm-hmm.
But am I going to hit a road? I don't know.
That stresses me out.
Then I could get to a road.
Yeah. Jeez.
Now, could I survive the night? Could I find a way, if I didn't have shelter, could I find a way
I would tell you
to build something that would keep me warm enough? I mean, I wouldn't want to do it now. I'd die. If you drop me there tonight, I'm dead.
I for sure wouldn't sleep. I would stay. I got to stay here for the night and just sit down.
You would just stay awake the whole night?
Probably.
You wouldn't try to sleep so you had energy?
Man, I would like to say I could try, but I would be like,
sleep.
Like, this is weird. Like, something's going to come get me.
Yeah.
You know?
But what if you had a group of friends?
Okay.
That all had skills and you taught each other skills. And by the end of one calendar year,
you tried it.
That type of survival wouldn't be a big deal. I think the biggest problem is if the shit hits the fan right now, there's a lot of guys that have a backpack full of stuff,
but don't know how to use it.
But have never been dumped.
Yeah.
Have never been stranded without the things that we all lean on so much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you give me a cell phone and I can own the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, just with that alone, but if there's no cell phones, there's no cash, they don't matter. All these tools are great. Do you know how to use them?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what I don't have that I should have in here is some paracord.
Yeah.
Gotta have paracord.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have to fasten something to sleep under, you're gonna need, you know, one of those snow blankets.
Those are important.
The silver,
I do have those.
But if you have all this stuff and you don't have any idea
how to use it
or how to survive, like all you know is I have this stuff. You haven't looked up and looked around enough to go, how do I use this stuff in my brain to get me
where I need to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a bigger problem than people not having the necessary tools.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the skills than the tools.
Oh yeah, because
if I had the skills, I can come up with the tools.
Because you could easily figure out a way to get the tools.
Yeah.
Whether, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's no reason that you don't have a pocket knife or like a multi-tool with you. Like it should be in your truck or in your backpack or because for probably the last 11, 12, probably 15 years, I've always had a backpack.
Mm-hmm.
It stems from growing up really poor.
Yeah.
We had to be able to grab everything that you owned and get it in a backpack because you were getting evicted or you were getting kicked out or you were leaving. So I grew up knowing that I could fit everything I owned in a backpack and the backpack was my safety. If I have my backpack,
this is all I need.
have all my stuff and I can function.
Yeah.
And it sounds shitty, but I mean, it's the truth. It's how I grew up.
Who would have thought you would have needed a bug out bag?
Right.
Somewhat,
It was almost like practice.
Yeah, almost like practice.
Unknowing, like not practice, but
sure.
like preparation that you didn't know you got. But for me, I've always had a backpack. Even Kristen and I will, in a month, in a week, we'll have been married 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Probably for 10 plus of those years. No, even there's one upstairs next to my bed. I'm not even going to lie. I have a backpack.
Yeah.
And it's always been a comfort thing to me. I used to take my laptop down every night, put it in my backpack with the power supply, make sure I had a power block. I had this, I had that. I had an extra pair of sunglasses. Like, I always had my backpack as if I was going to be homeless tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like I've got all my stuff.
It's like in muscle memory, huh?
It's so weird. And you can ask her until the last very, very short while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And backpack went everywhere.
Oh, wow.
To the store, backpack. I'm going to work, backpack. I always had backpack because I never knew growing up if I was going to come home and there's going to be anything left, or nothing left, or a locked door, or things of that nature.
You at least had your stuff with you.
Yeah, I could be like, I can survive. I can go to school tomorrow because I have at least my stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So that part of it, there's no reason that people don't. I mean, you don't need a backpack like that because that's trust me, I know.
Yeah,
I grew up weird. But why do people not have the stuff at least?
Yeah.
Or why do people have the stuff and not the skill?
Man.
Like, I know I can start a fire.
Yeah. I
100% know I can start a fire. We built a fire pit in the backyard, and there were times I practiced.
I need to
making a fire.
I can do it. I haven't practiced. I need to practice. So I'm out of practice for sure.
So there's a multi-tool.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Leatherman Skelletool.
Okay.
And it has a fire stick.
Let me look. Like what is it called? I'm looking this up.
It's like a Gerber tool, but it's the Leatherman Skelletool. What's it called? Like a Ferris stone. It has one of those on it.
I have
that
one.
Sparks, but it has everything in it. That's a great tool. The Leatherman Skelletool. Yep. So I mean, but seriously, could you start a fire with what you have with you today?
Well, in my truck I could because I have the
Ferris stick.
Yeah, I do have that in my truck. Don't ask me why, but I have it in there.
Yeah, so you could.
Yeah, so I could
or
with
a flare.
Or a flare.
Flare would be good.
I could off of that.
I think in a bug out bag, a flare is a very, very important thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because if you do need to be found.
Yeah.
Or a flare gun.
Yeah, flare gun.
Yeah.
So.
But again, it circles back around to, do you have the skills? Do you have the skills to put the tools to use? Or are you just going to be a body someone finds when they need to move on to the next station that had a bunch of tools that they need?
Hey, thank you.
Ooh, got that?
Yeah.
I mean, every tool in the world doesn't.
If you don't got the skills, it's no good.
Or the gumption, the wherewithal.
Yeah.
Are you tough minded enough and tough bodied enough to move in that direction?
Yeah. I got to make one now.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like my whole life has prepared me for being pretty self-reliant and gritty and skilled in a way that I know that I could survive.
Yeah. Because
I've been fight or flight forever.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, I don't know. Could I catch an animal if I needed to catch an animal to kill and eat and use?
Would probably,
that's the hard. I mean, I don't know. How am I going to catch a rabbit? Am I going to jump on him? Because I promise you, my fat ass is not going to chase him.
We need to figure out how to make a trap.
Yeah.
We need
to be able to make a fishing line with a little hook.
Yep.
That should be in your bug out bag because I mean, fish are probably easier to catch than squirrels.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because you can't shoot the squirrel. You start wasting your ammo. What you know what I mean?
And the fish is just going to cook himself.
Yeah, boom.
I mean, it's probably not that. I mean, it's not that easy, but it's still.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got to eat, what are you going to do? Do you know what berries you can eat?
Some. Not all of them. Some.
Would you be confident in
the ones I know? Yes, but
if we can find a raspberry, we know we're good.
We're good, right?
If we find blueberries that taste like dirt, we're good.
Yeah, but the stuff that we can eat that I don't know,
I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
like rhubarb. There's something that looks like rhubarb that's good. That
like what is it called? Hollyhock. There's a plant that everybody dang near grows here.
Yeah,
you could eat that. I know that.
Yeah,
you know, there's a lady in I think it's by Alamosa. It's down in the southeast.
Yeah,
she has this. She's not a survivalist. She's just one of the like
cookie.
Yeah.
But she tells you what plants?
Well, she has a restaurant, I guess, or something along that lines where it's like she goes out and you guys go get the leaves and the stuff and you come back and she makes you lunch with it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So she like,
but a book about what you can eat and what you can't eat. That's probably important with pictures. So I can like,
does that look? Yeah.
Count the leaves, make sure.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm not wiping with poison oak.
Yeah.
'Cause that'll be tough. That'll be a real tough day.
Yeah. So those are,
I think there's some things that we really have to explore.
Yeah.
And I really believe that we need to at least come up with a couple exercises.
For sure.
That we need to put it in practice.
Like how often do you not in this bag, right?
Yeah.
But like in your main bug out bag.
Oh, my big one.
Yeah. The one where like we're not taking the birth certificates.
Right.
Like we don't need those.
Yeah.
Right.
That one has like the shovel, the military shovel in it.
I have one of those in JJ's car in case she gets stuck. Yes.
Right.
How often is that something you like inventory or you know it's there? So it's just like, I don't need to look at it.
I look at it every once in a while.
Okay.
Just to make sure things aren't like brittle or things haven't.
Like to replace them.
Yeah. If you need to replace something.
Yeah.
MREs, I mean, if they're not bad, they were bad before. They're not meant for good taste.
Yeah.
And I bought a bunch of like the protein pucks.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know what's in it. It's just molded together. It's got a sweeter taste to it, so you can chalk it down, but it's...
Again, it's not for taste.
Right, it's not. But they last forever.
Yeah.
And protein is protein that keeps you moving.
You need it.
Yeah, so things like that. The one thing I don't have is stored water.
There should be water everywhere.
But
with the live straw,
I do have filtration.
We don't have
make water.
We don't have live straws. We do have they're like water bottles, but they have a Berkey filter.
Yeah.
And we've put soda in there and it comes out tasting like water.
Yeah. I always get worried about that kind of stuff.
But
it's the same. I mean, if it works, it works.
I mean, we took them to Brazil.
And
the only reason we took them is they say don't drink the water there.
Right.
So we ended up buying those and it's like, oh, this is great.
Yeah. Space-wise, are they not bad?
No.
Because space-wise, I look at my life straw.
That's what we're, that makes more sense for space-wise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The other thing, I'm not going to be carrying a bunch of water if I'm bugging out, but I still need to be able to get water. But you should have
get
something.
Water till you have water so you get to water. Yeah.
I mean, enough. But it's so heavy. Water's so heavy.
So heavy.
If you're on your foot, it's so heavy. Yep. It's like the lifeblood of the world, but it's so heavy.
And that's what I like. That's what I think of. I haven't done it in a long time, but I used to keep 10 gallons of gas in my truck on the back.
Yeah.
I learned that from my grandfather.
The only problem with that is it.
I use it eventually. I usually eventually.
Like every month or so, you should probably use that 10 gallons.
Yeah, no, in the summertime or just all the time, I just learned that from my grandfather. He always had gas.
Yeah.
And
there's 2 gas cans in the garage.
And so I have 4 or 5 gallons in my. I don't have them full
all the time,
but I do have them. And I always said I'd fill those up, and we would drive.
Yeah. Until
we run out,
and then.
And then we'll figure it out.
Then the car is now either a structure that we stay at, or it's just done, abandoned. Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
I hope we never hit those days, but man,
it made me think. You know who I'm going to invite on is Albert.
From Grinders.
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be good.
You know, he's big into like he's a 2A guy.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I think he's into that
stuff.
Yeah, that
we should have him on.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
Because he has a different look.
That's also after the final bell because he used to fight.
He used to be a fighter.
And he used to coach. Now he's doing something different.
Is he not coaching anymore?
No, he works.
I know he works security and he does a lot of classes. He teaches a lot of firearms defensive classes.
Oh, he does. Okay, I know
stuff like that.
I thought he was also like a school resource officer.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I thought I said security. I didn't mean that. I meant school.
Yeah.
resource.
So I think maybe he's doing that. Maybe he teaches a little. I know not as much as he was doing before.
Shannon.
So yeah,
she teaches most of the time there.
So I think that'd be cool. We should.
Yeah.
He had
a fight career.
Yeah.
He was a coach.
Yeah.
All the way up. He's done all the stuff, but now he's.
Yeah, we should have him so we can get his point of view on.
Yeah, there's a couple guys. I don't know if you remember him, Jam Bacchus. Do you remember that guy?
No.
He used to be kind of in Vinny Lopez's camp, that whole side. He looks like Vin Diesel's skinnier brother kind of.
Oh.
But he's a big defensive shooting guy. He's about that life too.
Okay.
So I hate to say that it's important to have people like that in your circle, but it's important to have people like that in your circle.
Yeah, so you can.
It sucks that we're in a point in the world, in the universe today, that either you better know or you better have some people
that know, and
that those people better be willing to give you the secret knock.
Yeah, because sometimes some of the, what's crazy to me is
because some people just have a lot of weapons and a lot of ammo that they're holding for someone else. They just don't know it yet.
Yeah,
because they don't know how to use it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I heard someone say, it's been a while, but I heard someone say, they were talking about, what would you do? How much food storages do you have? And you have it. And he's like, I have enough for like 1 or 2 days. Because there's so many preppers out there that are just holding supplies for me. They just don't know it yet.
Yeah. And that's really
a mentality.
And that's actually what it is.
Yeah, like, that's a mentality.
You know what I mean? Like, if I can't.
Are we there right now? I have all this stuff.
Yeah. Because you don't.
Can I shoot? Yeah.
Because you don't have to eat every day.
Can I fight? Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to eat every day.
You don't.
You know what I mean?
You so that enough.
2 days of food is actually probably 4 or 5.
Right.
If in a tough
if
time.
you're in a spot where it's barter town, it's it's Mad Max.
So
if I see you have stuff, we're either sharing.
Yeah. Or it's mine.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, sorry, you're bad.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
Yep.
That's why it's also very important. And I think a lot of people don't, for several reasons, but in this day and age, how are you not training some kind of martial art?
Man, that's
because survival is key.
Yeah.
And if you're going to train a martial art, you need to be trained in jiu-jitsu because that's the one thing in the survivor world that you're going to use more than anything.
Uh-huh.
Because if everyone thinks they can fight and everyone thinks, I did some boxing, that's great. Mm-hmm. You know what happens every time 2 people come together in a actual physical confrontation? It goes to the ground.
Yeah. And you're
either going to be the one managing somebody or you're going to be the one going.
Yep. That's it. I give up. So.
I mean, animals. If an animal attacks you, jiu-jitsu is going to get you farther than anything else.
Oh yeah. Because if you hit them, it hurts.
Yeah.
Because and they're not going to feel it.
They don't care.
They don't care.
No. If you got to choke.
Yeah.
If I got to choke a coyote out, I'm probably going to be much better at choking a coyote out than I am.
And he might run.
He might
run from me.
Yeah.
He might. You know what I mean?
If I put him in a bad enough position,
he
and
might
he's like, "Ooh, I got to go."
Yeah. I got maybe.
I guarantee I'm not going to karate chop a wolf.
No.
I'm not going to karate chop a coyote.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
It's not going to happen. The only thing that's going to happen, if they come at you, all you can do is grab
and hold on
and know how to manage space and body because
make sure they don't grab a hold of you.
Yeah.
So
people train nothing, have no supplies, and they're just cruising around this world right now. And it sucks to say because it sounds so weird but
is it really? That's the thing. Is it real? You know what I mean? Like, is it really that weird? I'll
take you, me, JJ, and K Miller.
Yeah.
I'll take us as a group all over the place anytime.
Yeah. Way better.
Because we're not of a size that we're going to be easily noticed. We can all move in and out of things very quickly, but we also have very particular skills that, I mean, most people think one person in the group could fight. But if you have a whole group that...
The whole group that can fight, it's like, we'll be fine.
We'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll send K Miller up trees. grab us everything she wants.
Yeah.
She's like a little bird.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, but I think we need to test ourselves. I think we need to have some guests on that can give us some real world situations that we're not even thinking about.
No. Well, yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Why are you prepared for this? I didn't even know I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's
the
worst.
worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need some of that.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, we did an hour.
All right.
Just me ranting for an hour.
Hey, that was. Now I'm gonna go get a bug out. I'm gonna go get a bag.
You need one of these.
Yeah,
and a big one.
Yeah. So,
that's all we're gonna get to today.
Yeah,
probably. One quick thing, guys. If you want to contact us, I've made a change. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So I set up the Google Voice number, and that was great. Except for our friends from the UK cannot communicate with us through the Google Voice number.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out. Is there a way? Probably.
But it's easier to do this.
So what I did is I set us up on WhatsApp. Look right here. Bloop. There's a QR code. You can scan that with your phone and it'll get you right to our WhatsApp. Or there's a link in the description right down there that says, if you'd like to connect with us on WhatsApp, you can leave a voice note or text. Click this link. Bink. Anywhere in the world, you can hook up with us. And I even made the QR code so it's +1.
Okay.
So that our friends in the UK don't have to figure out which country code we are or what's going on.
Yeah.
So there's that. Now we have it. All over the world, you can get a hold of us.
Leave a message. So Trevor
leave a voice note.
Yeah. He'll end up talking to you.
Well, I've been texting with Jay Hayes for the last 36 hours.
Okay.
Jay's the guy that was in the premiere the other night that just could not get over the fact that I wasn't sitting next to Patrick. Like,
did you get over 36 hours? Did you get to him?
No.
Okay.
He's like 10 Second Tim, or what was that guy's name from 50 First Dates?
Oh, I never.
You know what I'm talking about? The guy that his memory resets like every 30 seconds.
Oh, that. Oh.
It's like that, dude. I'm like, hey, dude, really uncool. Like, why don't ask about where we're at right now? What's relative?
Yeah.
You know? Not can I give you Pat's phone number because you really need to talk to him. That's unacceptable. Like on every level in the world, that's unacceptable. Just don't.
No.
So we've been texting, and I've been trying to get him to understand, but
it's not working.
Either he does now or he doesn't.
Okay.
Because I'm done helping.
Either way, yeah.
Leave us a voice note. QR code's there. There'll be a description. It's in the description of this live video. Actually, I've already said it.
Okay.
So
boom,
it's right there.
Look, yeah,
it's right there. You can talk to us.
What do you have? What do you have in your bug out bag?
Do you have a bug out bag?
Do you have one?
What are we missing?
What are we missing?
Yeah,
what is something that
tell us what I didn't have?
Yeah, that you practice with that you're like, I need it.
Thought of something else.
Oh,
I saw these, and I'm going to get some for everyday use.
Okay.
It's like a Buddhist necklace. It's like a Buddhist self-defense necklace. And what it is, it's a necklace that's about as long as a rosary, but it's made out of steel, like ball bearings, with a steel chain that's through them.
So
and you wear it, but if you take it off and it turns into a melee weapon. You don't want to waste bullets.
No,
I can hit that coyote with it.
Yeah, or if I can reach you, I can forget it. I'm not gonna waste the important stuff.
I need to find one of those that's quality. Okay. Yeah. Can't get it on Amazon.
No.
I'm gonna swing it around
or TikTok shop.
No. I'm gonna swing it around, and then there's just gonna be ball bearings all over the house. I'll do that. I'll do that.
Oh, all right.
So that's where we're at.
All right.
Right there.
Boom.
WhatsApp. Send us a voice note. You can send a text. Maybe we'll start, if they're good texts that have to do with the show and what we're doing. If you send a text that has context dealing with, I'll have Kay Miller screenshot them and she can pop them in.
Okay.
But if you're just asking me stupid questions, then no, I'm not doing it.
No.
Leave a cool voice note too, because we like our friends from the UK and like South Africa and Australia. Everywhere. We love them to leave voice notes because then I could practice my accents.
Okay.
Because I think I'm good.
All right. Well, we're gonna find out.
We could blend in anywhere.
Anywhere. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up, chap? Good eye, mate.
Good eye.
Good eye, mate. Put some shrimp on the barbie. That's my English accent.
Oh, that's
for our UK friends.
For you, Matthew.
Yep.
All right.
I think I was right on.
Okay.
You got anything else?
Nope.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Whew, I'm tired of talking.
Me too.
I said a lot.
Oh, yeah. That was a good one.
Whew. Why'd you let me do that again?
Well, because one, I don't have any of this. I mean, I have this. I have.
Yeah, you have some things.
So, but it's over here and over there. And,
Well, you got to have it in one place.
yeah, so it's not in one place.
Got to have it in one place.
Yeah.
Well, this is the time when we wind up the episode.
Yep.
And if you are not a member, you're
Please
gonna
subscribe.
you're gonna miss some things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're not a member, what's gonna happen is this episode's gonna end in just a second, and then it's gonna like fade to black. But if you're a member, then you were here for the live. We're gonna cut the cameras, stick around, and we do a Q&A. We hang out with the members in the chat for a minute, and sometimes those chats go on for a little while, and they also never stay on track.
No.
It's fun. So if you want to join us, click the join button. Seriously, it's like $1.99 a month.
Yeah. And talk to us.
You can be here for the lives, which this thing is recorded live. The members are watching it being recorded right now. So they watch the whole thing, even if we have cuts, even if we have, like, when we mess up or when we start. They're here like 5 or 10 minutes before the episode, and then 5 or 10 minutes afterwards we interact with them. But if you're just watching this in the public domain as a release, it ended right now.